Dr. Sunita Jain, Avnish Jain, Sandhya Mehta, or you can say in fact for introducing me properly, as
Thank
well
you.
as all other participants for this particular conference. Well, I'll share the slide.
सर 1 मिनट इंटरप्ट टू यू। शारदा जी हमारे चेयरपर्सन हमारे साथ उपस्थित हो गई है, वो वेलकम स्पीच करना चाहती है, आपका ग्रैंड वेलकम करना चाहती है। प्लीज शारदा जी, प्लीज।
Oh no, just Dr. Just Jai Jitendra, everyone. I think there was one thing which I was wanting to bring in the forefront, that we often listen to our heart, we often listen to our gut, but there is one thing that we often miss out is the brain upstairs. So today, let us all turn spotlight on this incredible power organ. Let us understand it better from Dr. Girish, and let us take back the most out of the session. And thank you, Dr. Girish, for your expertise and knowledge and for giving out your time to us today. And thank you for the incredible audience for joining us across the country. Let's have a great brainstorming session today. Thank you and welcome, everyone.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Sandhya ji. Thank you, Shraddha ji. The stage is yours, Girish ji. Dr. Girish, the stage is yours.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Jai Jinendra.
Jai
And
Jinendra.
I'll be talking on know your brain and how to better the brain. This is a very, very important topic because the brain is everything for us. All the instructions are coming from the brain. अपने दिमाग को जाने और दिमाग को बेहतर कैसे बनाए. Having scanned and worked, everybody hears me? आप सभी सुन सकते हैं?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
We can hear.
Having scanned and worked with more than 35,000 brains, it is dear to me that the brain is involved in everything we do and everything we are. 35,000 से ज्यादा दिमागों को स्कैन करने और उनके साथ काम करने के बाद मुझे यह बात बहुत अच्छी तरह समझ में है आई है कि हम जो कुछ भी करते हैं और जो कुछ भी हम है उसमें दिमाग शामिल होता है. When your brain works normally, you are normal. When your brain has trouble, you have trouble in your life. जब आपका दिमाग नॉर्मल काम करता है तो आप नॉर्मल होते हैं. जब आपके दिमाग में कोई दिक्कत होती है तो आपकी जिंदगी में भी दिक्कत होती है. Brain dysfunction is the number one reason people fail at school, at work and in relationships. ब्रेन की खराबी लोगों के स्कूल, काम और रिश्ते में फेल होने का सबसे बड़ा कारण है. Brain health is essential to all aspects of the quality of life. ब्रेन हेल्थ जीवन की क्वालिटी के सभी पहलुओं के लिए जरूरी है. My goal in this talk is to teach you to love and care for your brain as much as you love and care your skin and your belly and your body. Your brain is involved in everything you do. आपका दिमाग आपके हर काम में शामिल होता है. Getting up in the morning, सुबह उठना, having coffee पीना, brushing teeth, दांत साफ, walking, चलना, टेनिस खेल रहे हैं, याद में सड़क पर और यात्रा करना, पत्नी की सहायता के लिए विचार, एडवाइस, प्रेम प्रार्थना करना, स्नान करना, नाश्ता कर, संगीत बजाना और सुनना, playing and hearing music, reading books and newspapers and watching TV, किताबें और newspaper पढ़ना, TV देखना, talking to somebody over the phone, again brain is involved, किसी से फोन पर बात करना, talking to yourself, खुद से बात करना, gardening, बागवानी करना, dancing, nritya karna, again what you can say, brain is involved. Your brain is a command and control center that runs your life, ladies and gentlemen. आपका दिमाग कमांड और कंट्रोल सेंटर है जो आपकी जिंदगी चलाता है. मस्तिष्क का कार्य. Let us see the brain functions now. And I have operated on the human brain for 35 years. The live human brain is as soft as a pudding cream and gel. मायने 35 साल तक एक इंसानी दिमाग का ऑपरेशन क्या है? जिंदा इंसानी दिमाग पुडिंग क्रीम और जेल जितना मुलायम होता है, as soft as the pudding cream. These are the different parts of the brain. This is the frontal lobe. This is the parietal lobe. This is the occipital lobe, eye center, eye kendra. This is the temporal lobe for the hearing. Sunna hai what you can say hum. Our cerebellum for the control and the brainstem. I repeat, this is the frontal lobe. This is the parietal lobe. This is the occipital lobe, temporal lobe, cerebellum, and the brainstem. I'll just go very briefly into each one of these. I start off with the frontal, then I go on to the parietal, temporal, occipital, cerebellum, and the brainstem. It's a very important structure, that short white structure, which is all the important centers like respiration, consciousness, and the blood pressure control. Frontal lobe, ये functions, ये कार्य क्या क्या है? Thinking and planning, सोचना और योजना बनाना, decision making, निर्णय लेना, personality and behavior, व्यक्तित्व और व्यवहार नियंत्रित करना, speaking, बोलने में सहायता करना, voluntary body movements, शरीर की इच्छानुसार गतिविधियां नियंत्रित करना, concentration and attention, ध्यान और एकाग्रता, problem solving, समस्याओं का समाधान, emotional control, भावनाओं के नियंत्रित करना. All this is done in this yellow color, the frontal lobe. You see that? And if it is damaged, यदि खराब हो जाएगी, weakness of the opposite side of the body, शरीर के विपरीत भाग में कमजोरी, poor judgment, गलत निर्णय लेना, personality changes, व्यवहार में परिवर्तन, anger or inappropriate behavior, गुस्सा या अनुचित व्यवहार, lack of motivation, and काम करने की इच्छा कम होना, difficulty in speaking, बोलने में कठिनाई, poor planning and organization, योजना बनाने में कठिनाई, memory problems, याददाश्त में कमी. And this is the parietal lobe. This yellow color here, what you see here is the parietal lobe. You can see the brain here.
ये ऑनलाइन में क्यों ज्वाइन नहीं हो रहे हो आप?
Functions, कार्य क्या क्या है? Feeling touch, pain and temperature, स्पर्श, दर्द और तापमान महसूस करना, knowing body position, शरीर की स्थिति पहचानना, reading and writing, पढ़ना और लिखना, calculations, गणना करना, understanding space and direction, दिशा और स्थान समझना. If damaged, if parietal lobe is damaged, यदि खराब हो जाए, कि loss of sensation, शरीर में संवेदना कम होना, cannot identify the objects by touch, छूकर वस्तु पहचानने में कठिनाई, difficulty reading or writing, पढ़ने लिखने में कठिनाई, difficulty in calculations, गणना करने में कठिनाई, ignores one side of the body, शरीर के एक भाग की अनदेखी and difficulty in dressing, कपड़े पहनने में कठिनाई. All these can happen if there is a disturbance in the parietal lobe. Temporal lobe, that is this green color which you see here, this is the temporal lobe. We have finished the frontal lobe and the parietal lobe. Now we see the temporal lobe. Temporal lobe is memory and hearing center. The functions, ek karya kya kya hai? Hearing, sunna, memory, yaddash, understanding speech, भाषा समझना, learning, सीखना, emotions, भावनाएं, recognizing faces, चेहरा पहचानना. And if damaged, if the temporal lobe is damaged, यदि खराब हो जाएगी, memory loss, याददाश्त कम होना, difficulty understanding speech, भाषा समझने में कठिनाई, hearing problems, सुनने में समस्या, seizures, मृगी के दौरे, emotional changes, भावनात्मक परिवर्तन, cannot recognize familiar faces, परिचित चेहरों को पहचानने में कठिनाई. Now the occipital lobe, this is the आंखों से केंद्र, this is the आंखों केंद्र, it's the center for vision, there is blue color, you see here. His functions, कार्य क्या क्या है? Vision, देखना, color recognition, रंग पहचानना, recognizing objects, वस्तुओं को पहचानना, reading visual information, चित्र और लिखाकर समझना. And if damaged, यदि खराब हो जाए, क्या लिखेंगे? Loss of vision, दृष्टि कम होना, blindness, अंधापन, difficulty recognizing objects, वस्तुएं पहचानने में कठिनाई, visual hallucinations, ऐसी चीजें दिखना और जो वास्तव में नहीं है, loss of one side of the vision, आंते दृश्य क्षेत्र का दिखाई ना देना. Cerebellum, that is a small structure that you see here. It's a very good, it's called the little brain. It's a very, very important structure, cerebellum. ये functions, ये कार्य क्या क्या है? Balance, शरीर का संतुलन, coordination, हाथ पैरों का समन्वय, fine movement, सूक्ष्म गतिविधियां, walking, चलना, speech coordination, स्पष्ट बोलना. The balance center, it is called the balance center. If damaged, यदि खराब हो जाए, unsteady walking, डड़क कर चलना, tremors, हाथों का कांपना, poor coordination, संतुलन बिगड़ना, slurred speech, अस्पष्ट बोलना, dizziness, चक्कर आना, and frequent falls, बार गिरना. These all can happen when the cerebellum is damaged. You see? Now you see the small green color, the brain stem. This is the emotional brain, what you can say structure, what you can say green color. You can see this is called the emotions. You're loving, caring, raring, everything, affection, all are located in this particular brain, the green color. You can see here the amygdala, the hippocampus, the dendritic gyrus, and all those, okay? Cingulate gyrus, which has connections with all parts of the brain. What are the functions of this brain? This is also called the limbic system. The emotional brain, it controls emotions. भावनाओं को नियंत्रित करना. Happen. What are the emotions? खुशी, दुख, डर, गुस्सा, प्रेम, चिंता. If damage, यदि खराब हो जाए, भावनाओं में अंतुलन, and अवसाद, or you can say depression, चिंता, anxiety, aggressive behavior, आक्रामक व्यवहार, lack of emotions, भावनाएं कम होना. This also got functions of the memory, this particular center. It helps form new memories. नई बातें याद रखने में सहायता करता है. Stores important life experience. जीवन की महत्वपूर्ण घटनाएं याद रखती हैं. Helps in learning. सीखने में मदद करता है. And if damaged, यदि खराब हो जाए, ये memory loss, याददाश्त कम होना, difficulty learning new things, नई बातें सीखने में कठिनाई, forgetting recent events, हाल की घटनाएं भूल जाना. And fear and safety, that is also done our, what you can say, suraksha. That also is the emotional or the limbic system does. It detects danger, खतरे का पहचानता है, helps us escape from harmful situations, शरीर को बचाव के लिए तैयार रखता है. If damage, यदि खराब हो जाए, खतरे को पहचानने में कठिनाई, poor judgment of danger, excessive fear, बहुत अतिरिक्त डर लगना, reduce fear response, डर का काम महसूस होना. And also behavior and personality is also looked after this green color. The हर green structure what you can say, behavior and personality कार्य है. व्यवहार और व्यक्तित्व, influence social behavior, सामाजिक व्यवहार नियंत्रित करता, controls emotional response, भावनात्मक what you can say प्रतिक्रियाओं का नियंत्रित करता है. And if damage, यदि खराब हो जाए, personality changes, व्यवहार में परिवर्तन, aggressive behavior, गुस्सा, socially inappropriate behavior, अनुचित सामाजिक what you can say व्यवहार. And memory is all again stored in this one, reason memory, what you ate in the morning and what happened yesterday, it all stored in this green color. All over the brain you find the remote what you can say memories of your childhood, of yesteryears, of who is the prime minister, who was the former prime minister, all those things will be stored in the all parts of the brain. Now you see the whole brain. I have told you the frontal lobe, the parietal lobe, the temporal lobe, the occipital lobe, and the cerebellum. Now there is a lovely structure here called the brainstem. This is very, very important. The brainstem. The brainstem is located here. This has got the center for consciousness, center for respiration, and the center for blood pressure control. If this is damaged, then and the respiration is gone, he will not come back to you. Head injury, is admitted in the ICU. I usually ask, is he on a ventilator? Is he having his own respiration? If there is no respiration, he is not breathing by himself, then the chances of coming back to normal life is zero. Brainstem is a life support center. Functions, कार्य क्या क्या है? Breathing, सांस चलाना, heart rate, हृदय की धड़कन नियंत्रित करना, blood pressure, रक्तचाप नियंत्रित करना, swallowing, निगलना, eye movement, आंखों की गति, consciousness, चेतना बनाए रखना, cranial functions, चेहरे और गले की नसों का नियंत्रण. And if damage, यदि खराब हो जाए, difficulty in breathing, सांस लेने में कठिनाई, difficulty in swallowing, निगलने में कठिनाई, coma, behoshi, double vision, do dikhai what you can say dena, facial weakness, chehre ki kamzori, speech problems, bolne mein kadinai, paralysis, lakwa, can be life-threatening, jaan ka khatra. So you have 15 breaths, 15 breaths per minute. So almost 21,600 breaths per day. You are breathing day in and day out. And you have what you can say heartbeat 72 times per minute, almost 1 lakh times a day. 40 million heartbeats per year, ladies and gentlemen. Your heart is beating continuously. You know, when you're talking, when you're listening to me, when I am talking, when you're all listening, everything, heart is beating continuously. And the heart takes what you can say, the blood to the brain and all organs. The blood vessels, oxygen, glucose, our nutrients को दिमाग तक ले जाती है. See, the blood vessels carry the oxygen. These are the beautiful blood vessels you see here. 2 in the front and 2 in the back. These are the blood vessels that carry. Our brain requires only oxygen and glucose. And this is taken, you can say, by the blood vessels. You can see the beautiful blood vessels that are spread all over the brain. This is the frontal lobe. This is the parietal lobe. Occipital lobe, eye kendra hai, and what you can sunna kendra hai, yeah, temporal lobe. Now I take a small portion of the tissue and just see under the microscope. Let me see what I see. You know, that blue color small portion I'm taking. There, you see a neuron and an axon and multiple connections called the dendrites. 86 billion neurons are there and with trillion connections, all exchanging messages to one another. The approximately 86 billion neurons of the human brain form vast interconnected networks that enable us to send, move, think, learn, remember, communicate, experience emotions, and regulate vital body functions. मानव मस्तिष्क के लगभग 86 अरब न्यूरॉन विशाल आपस में जुड़े नेटवर्क बनाते हैं, जिनकी सहायता से हम महसूस करते हैं, चलते हैं, सोचते हैं, सीखते हैं, याद रखते हैं, संवाद करते हैं, भावनाओं का अनुभव करते हैं और शरीर की आवश्यक क्रियाओं को नियंत्रित करते हैं. Everything is done by these 86 billion neurons. Very important. They are continuously in action, continuously, and they communicate each other. They talk to each other through chemicals and electricity. You can see that now.
Neurons communicate with each other, relaying messages throughout your body and powering all of your thoughts and actions. Neurons talk to each other using both electrical and chemical signals. Messages start as electrical signals traveling rapidly down a neuron. These signals are called action potentials. When they reach the gap between two neurons, the messages need some help to get across. The information is transformed from an action potential into a chemical message, which crosses the gap called a synapse. The release of those chemical messengers can trigger an action potential in the neuron on the other side of the synapse, conveying the message onward. Or it can quiet the message. This happens over and over and over.
Yeah, this is the way
And
they
with
communicate
repeated
each other through
activity,
chemicals.
the synapse
See?
gets stronger,
You have
so the
trillion
next
such
message is
connections
more
in the
likely to
brain.
get through. That way,
Trillion
neurons
connections.
learn to pass on important
Continuously it is
messages
moving.
and ignore
And
the
this
rest.
brain requires oxygen
This
and
is how our
glucose.
brains learn and adapt
Oxygen
to an
comes from the air, what
ever-changing
we
world.
breathe, and glucose comes from the food, what we eat.
Neurons
Brain can be seen and studied with MRI and CT scan. MRI और CT scan से brain को देखा और study किया जा सकता है. You can see here the beautiful brain inside our skull bone. You see the frontal lobe, parietal, occipital, cerebellum, and the brainstem. In an MRI, you can see exactly like you see in the anatomy. You see the frontal lobe, the parietal, the occipital, cerebellum, and the brainstem. So beautifully you can see in the MRI. This picture shows the blood vessels of the brain. ये तस्वीर MRI में दिमाग की blood vessel दिखाती है. This is the human brain, and these are the blood vessels. Now, this is a Rakta, you know. Suddenly there is a high blood pressure, there is a hemorrhage. See, this is the normal brain. This is a CT scan actually. This is the hemorrhage, Rakta chart. Or paralysis, or you can say that. 6th April, this lady was admitted. and she's better now. The clots after 12 days, the clots have disappeared. Now she wants to know when will this hand improve. See? And we are doing a diffusion tensor imaging. The fibers are coming down, but on the left side, the fibers are not there. It is cut. So it will take a very, very long time for them to recover. See, such is the advancement of MRI and CT scan today. We can see every part of the human brain and the spinal cord with MRI and CT scan. We have a left brain and a right brain. There are certain functions which are dominant on the left, certain functions which are dominant on the right. Left brain, logic, analysis, sequencing, linear, mathematics, language, facts, think in words, shabdon mein soche, words of songs, geeton ke shabd, computation. And on the right side, what is dominant? Creativity, rajnatmakata, imagination, kalpanashilata, holistic thinking, samagra soch, intuition, antarjan, arts, kala, and rhythm, laya, non-verbal, bina shabdon ki, feelings, bhavanai, visualization, kalpana mein dekhna, tune of songs, ganon ki dhun, daydreaming, din mein sapne dekhna, all these on the right side of the brain. Both halves of the brain should be stimulated for you to become a creative genius. Very important. Now, can robots replace brain? So far not. Now, the artificial intelligence is slowly coming up in a big way. It is we human brains have created the artificial intelligence. And we help the artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence in turn is helping us. See, we created the WhatsApp. We created the mobile. Today, we have become an addict to the WhatsApp and mobile and YouTube. Only we human beings have created them. That is the difference between artificial intelligence and human brain. AI is like a high-performance engine. AI एक high-performance engine की तरह है, and इंसानी दिमाग driver की तरह है. Strength of AI process millions of records in seconds. कुछ सेकंड में लाखों रिकॉर्ड प्रोसेस करता है. नेवर गेट टायर्ड, कभी थकता नहीं है. वर्क्स 24/7 काम करता है. आइडेंटिफाइज पैटर्न्स, ऐसे पैटर्न पहचानता है. एंड जिन्हें इंसान शायद मिस कर दे, लेकिन ह्यूमंस कैन मिस, एंड ऑटोमेट्स रेपिटेटिव टास्क, बार बार होने वाले कामों को ऑटोमेशन करता है. एंड स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ द ह्यूमंस अंडरस्टैंड द मीनिंग एंड द पर्पस. इंसानों की खूबियां, मतलब और मकसद को समझना, build trust and relationship, भरोसा और रिश्ते बनाना, shows empathy and compassion, हमदर्दी और दया दिखाना, which is not there with AI or the robots. Makes ethical judgments, नैतिक फैसले लेना, imagine entirely new possibilities, पूरी तरह से नई संभावनाओं की कल्पना करना. That is about the human brain. The future belongs to people. It has the hybrid intelligence, AI augmenting the humans, augmenting AI, and AI augmenting humans, and that is a hybrid intelligence. So artificial intelligence may change how we work. Human intelligence will always determine why we work and who we become. Artificial intelligence हमारे काम करने की तरीके को बदल सकता है, लेकिन हम क्यों काम करते हैं और हम क्या बनते हैं, यह हमेशा इंसानी समझ ही तय करेगा. Now let us go to how to make your brain work better. अपने दिमाग को बेहतर कैसे बनाए? Let us look into that. This is very important. Now we know about the functions of the brain. I have told you what happens if the brain gets damaged. I have told you this can happen to any disease, be it a stroke, be it degenerative disease, be it epilepsy, be it Parkinson. These parts of the brain, when it get damaged, this is what you get actually. So now let us see how to make a normal brain work better. अपने दिमाग को बेहतर कैसे बनाएं? Now let us see nutrition, exercise, toxic substance, protecting brain, stress management, and sleep. These are the order in which, in fact, I'm actually going. Now, each one of these are very, very important. Now, in nutrition, eat the right balanced diet to think right. सही सोचने के लिए सही बैलेंस डाइट ले. आप जैसा खाते हैं वैसे ही उनके बनते हैं. You are what you eat. So drink adequate water. Paryapt pani piye. Eat omega-3 fatty acid foods. Now this is again very important because this is not available within your body. We have to eat from outside. See, that's very important. Eat plenty of vegetables and fruits. Khub sari sabjiyan or phal khai. That's again very important. Then water is very, very important because 55 to 75% of our body is water. Water regulates the body temperature. शरीर का temperature और control करता है. Transport the nutrients and oxygen throughout the body. That is very important. Then carries the waste products away from the body cells. See, and moistens the body tissues in your eyes, mouth, and nose. Water is vital to the digestive process. So water is a very, very important. And you can drink प्रतिदिन 1.5 से 2 liter पानी पिए. That is 10 गिलास. And गर्मियों में प्रतिदिन 3 liter पानी उड़ के पिए. That is 15 glass. So this is what you can say you have to drink. So 1.5 to 2 liters of water, sip by sip, it has got to be taken. Don't gulp water. If you drink too much of water in 1 hour, you will find that for more than 4 glasses of water, if you drink, your sodium level in the blood will go down and it will produce hyponatremia and you can get admitted in the ICU with mental confusion and stroke. Be careful. So water is very, very important. Drink about 1.5 to 2 liters and about 10 glasses to 15 glasses of water every day. Take sip by sip from the morning onward, sip by sip. So carry a bottle of water with you. So water nourishes the brain so beautifully. See? And omega-3 fatty acids and nuts are available, and this is very, very useful for the brain, omega-3 fatty acids. You can see here in this slide, the fibers of the brain. All this omega-3 fatty acid is very, very essential. Okay? And you can see it contains in seaweed, avocado, soya bean oil, walnuts, olives, broccoli, spinach, pumpkin seed oil, and tofu. And omega-3 fatty acids. And you can also get vegan capsules are there. 3, 6, or 9. You can actually take up to 200 to 300 or 500 milligrams per day. Very, very important. It helps you in your memory, helps you in your sleep and whatnot. Eat a balanced diet with plenty of fruits and vegetables. खूब सारे फल और सब्जियों वाला संतुलित प्रोटीन आहार भी. Very important. Now the best nutritious food for the intestines. आंतों के लिए सबसे अच्छा पौष्टिक भोजन क्या है? I want you all to tell me what is the best food for the intestine. You can type in the chat. Please type in the chat. What is the best food? Dr. Sunita Jain, please ask everybody to type in the chat, best food. अच्छा पौष्टिक भोजन क्या है? No response? Hello? Savnesh Jain? Dr. Sunita, can you hear me? Hello?
जी सर.
चैट बॉक्स में टाइप करो, अच्छा पौष्टिक भोजन क्या है? Hello? Yes? No. I'm asking you to type in the chat box. Nobody is writing. I'm looking at it. Where? I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. Please share it. Please. Oh, papaya, ginger, cucumber. What else? Fermented food. Oh, who said that? Fermented food. Can you tell the name of the person? Preeti Jain. Okay. Preeti Jain has said fermented food, isn't it? Excellent. Now, the best food, I'm going to tell you. Hello? Can you all listen? Actually, are you hearing what I'm talking? No, that is different. When I'm asking a question, you have to answer. You understood? If somebody wants putting up their hand up, we can put unmute and ask them to answer. See? That's it. Antongiri. Now, Preeti has said it as fermented food. I think what I can say, she requires a big applause. Each one of you can sit and applaud yourself like this. Please do that. The best nutritious food for the gut, pre and probiotics. पेट के लिए सबसे अच्छा पौष्टिक खाना प्री और प्रोबायोटिक्स is fermented rice, किनीवल चावल और दही चावल और pickle achar or buttermilk chaat. These are the four things because they contain prebiotics and probiotics. Prebiotic is a food for the good bacteria. अच्छे bacteria को भोजन के prebiotic. That is a सब्जियों. And probiotic is अच्छे जीवित से bacteria से. They are live organisms. So there are trillions such organisms inside the intestines. And this fermented rice has got the probiotic as well as the curd rice has got living microorganisms and the pickle has got it and buttermilk has got it. And that is very essential for your intestines. So Preeti deserves a very big applause for the right answer. I'm happy about it. And these are the health benefits: improves the gut flora and digestion, enhances the immunity बढ़ाता है और आंतों को सूजन कम करता है, and also it has got the various bacteria. So this is a very important one. And there has been a study done in Government Stanley Hospital, and they did find that many people who had ulcers in the intestines, they got healed. And they studied the food habits and found they were all taking fermented rice. In Tamil, you call it palayasur. Fermented rice, curds, buttermilk, as well as the curd rice. So these contains very good for the intestines. And it is these bacteria which in fact produces hormones, the happy hormones, which in fact goes to your brain through the vagus nerve. And serotonin, which alters your mood, is produced 90% in the intestines through these bacteria.
Meet your gut's tiny superheroes, beneficial bacteria. They work around the clock to keep you healthy. Meet your gut's...
Yes.
Probiotics, often called the good bacteria, play a crucial role in maintaining the delicate balance of our gut microbiome.
This complex community of microorganisms significantly impacts our overall health, including digestion, immune function, and even mental well-being. An imbalance in the gut microbiome, known as dysbiosis, has been linked to numerous health issues, including obesity. By introducing beneficial probiotics, we can help restore the natural balance of gut bacteria, which may ultimately contribute to weight loss. Research has identified specific probiotic strains. Number 1, Lactobacillus gasseri. This strain is effective in reducing belly fat. Lactobacillus gasseri works by reducing the amount of fat that the body stores and by decreasing inflammation in the gut. Number 2, Bifidobacterium lactis. This strain has been shown to aid in weight loss by reducing inflammation in the body.
Weight.
Inflammation can cause weight gain by interfering with the body's ability to regulate energy balance. Number 3, Lactobacillus fermentum. This strain effectively reduces body weight and body fat percentage. Lactobacillus fermentum reduces the calories the body absorbs from food and improves the body's ability to burn fat. Number 4, Lactobacillus plantarum. This strain aids in weight loss by reducing insulin resistance.
Weight. All these are very good
Insulin
bacteria.
resistance can lead to weight gain by causing the body to store more fat. Number 5, Streptococcus thermophilus. This strain is effective in reducing body weight. Streptococcus thermophilus works by increasing the body's production of a hormone called GLP-1, which helps to regulate appetite. Number 6, Lactobacillus rhamnosus. This is another strain that has shown potential for weight.
Probiotics.
So you say that all these probiotics, that is the live organisms, are there in all these actually. You understood? So this is very, very important. This is one of the most important aspects of the brain. The next one is they keep the brain young through mental exercise. Manasik vyayam se the mastishk ko yuva rakhe. Your brain is like a muscle. The more you use it, the more you can continue using it. आपका दिमाग एक मसल की तरह है. आप इसे जितना ज्यादा इसका इस्तेमाल करेंगे, उतना ही ज्यादा आपसे इस्तेमाल करते हैं पाएंगे. Now, the best mental exercise, ladies and gentlemen, is to new knowledge, acquiring, doing things that you have not done before, learning a new technique, a new hobby, a new game, establishing new connections. You know, muscles, you can actually go and exercise with dumbbells and whatnot, or walking and so many things. But brain, you can't take it out of the skull bone and do it. But you'll have to give certain mental exercises. Very important. The mental exercises can be brain quiz, crosswords, puzzles, any one of those. Now, I have got one or two exercises for you. I would like you to answer the chat box. तस्वीर में क्या गलत है? इस तस्वीर में chat में Answer yes, answer. I don't know. I'm not in the chat. What is the mistake in this? Which is one? Which is the one? Tell me. Tasveer, you can tell me. Tavnesh. Tavnesh, what is coming in the chat box for this picture? Tasveer mein kya galat hai? Excellent. Who said that? Now, in this one, which door is wrong? What are they telling? Tavnesh?
Number 2.
No, it is A, B, C, D, E. Tell me for F and then tell me letters.
Number B.
Number?
B.
Yes, who is that? What's your name?
Sir, Dr. Sunita Jain.
Which clock is wrong? Which clock is wrong? Which clock is wrong? First.
D.
Okay, that's C. 8.
D.
No, it is C. C. Okay, very good. Now, this is very easy, you know. Where do you see N? Which
Sir,
row?
third row, third number. Third row, fourth row, third number.
Okay, third row vertically. Okay, can you spot a mistake in 7 seconds?
F.
Yes, very good. Who said that? Sunita?
Yes, me, sir.
Sir,
What is wrong in this? What is wrong in this? Well, any other figure you see other than 9?
8.
Yes. Who said that? Who said that 8? Hello?
Amita.
Amita.
Suman.
Congratulations. Give a big round of applause for Amita. So that's it. Now, one can draw colors also. Kitabon se diagram mein rang bana hai. You can actually, when you draw coloring, you know, ordinary color pencils, you can color. That also is very good for the brain. And we have seen in the fMRI, various regions of the brains get stimulated. I told you vision, occipital lobe, prefrontal cortex, limbic system, everything gets stimulated when you are doing coloring. The benefits of coloring improves memory, याददाश्त बढ़ाता है, increase concentration, एकाग्रता बढ़ाता है, enhances learning, सीखने में सहायता करता है, improves visual learning, दृश्य सीखने की क्षमता बढ़ाता है, reduce stress and anxiety, stimulates creativity, रचनात्मकता बढ़ाता है, improves hand-eye coordination, increase attention to detail, improves organization, makes revision easier, activates multiple brain areas, helpful for older adults. That's very, very important. Even for older people, elderly people, वरिष्ठ नागरिकों के लिए लाभदायक है when you can say do coloring. Now, मैं साधारण रंगीन पेंसिल से एक ड्राइंग को रंग दिया है. मैंने इसमें एक म्यूजिक भी जोड़ा है. कृपया देखिए. Just listen to this. This I have just colored it with the ordinary color pencils.
Got a black magic woman. I've got a black magic woman. Got me so blind I can't see. That she's a black magic woman. She's trying to make a devil out of me.
Or I have colored it.
Turn your back on me, baby.
I have added the music to this and everything starts to succeed. Cannot succeed.
Yes, don't
If I
turn
can
your
do it,
back
you
on
can
me,
also do
baby.
it.
Stop messing around with your tricks. Don't turn your back. Got
So that's about a good breathing exercise is very good for the brain. Is extremely important that oxygen goes to the brain, and also physical exercise is very good for the brain. Improves heart's ability to pump blood, and there will be very good flow to what you can say to the brain. So physical exercise is very good, and beyond the age of 45, 50, the best exercises are walking, jogging, running, swimming. These are the best exercises. Avoid going to the gym. You can have a treadmill, but don't try to take any heavy weights. Now, dancing also helps, ladies and gentlemen. नृत्य मदद करता है. It tone your muscles. अपनी और किसी muscle के tone करे. Improves your flexibility. अपनी और किसी flexibility सुधारे. Make your heart stronger. अपने दिल के मजबूत और दिल को मजबूत और किसी बनाए और अपने फेफड़ों को बेहतर काम करते हैं. Very important. You can also dance in a health club or at home. आप और किसी health club में या घर में और किसी dance कर सकते हैं. Now, 10 मिनट तक और किसी मीडियम स्पीड में डांस करने से 200 कैलोरी कम हो सकती है. That's very, very important. Dancing, and that too Zumba dancing is very important. It was discovered by Alberto Preto, and now we have more, what you can say, that no more than 2 to 3 lakh, what you can say, Zumba clubs all over the world. And Zumba is very good. You have got slow tone music, also you got fast tone music. There will be a lovely music, what you can say there. And those who are interested can just stand up and do the steps about that Zumba if you want to. I'll give you 3 minutes time for that. All of you.
Doctor.
Sab udhe aur naach karo, you can say in your own place you can do it. If it is a group meeting, I definitely make everybody do this. And you can do it every day in the morning 5 minutes and evening 5 minutes. It will be very, very good for you. This is a lovely song.
देखो देखो है शाम बड़ी दीवानी धीरे धीरे बन जाए न कोई कहानी देखो देखो है शाम बड़ी दीवानी धीरे धीरे बन जाए न कोई कहानी दिल पर है दिलकश है दिलदार नजारे हैं.
Yes, I can hear you. Okay. Now, smoking is injurious to health. Avoid toxic substances. In smoke, there are 4,000 substances identified like nicotine, tar, carbon monoxide, arsenic, ammonia, hydrogen cyanide, formaldehyde, cyanide. So, smoke contains so much of poisonous substances. धुआं उठे और you can say 4,000 पदार्थों की और you can say I already told you what are all the poisonous substances. So, धूम्रपान और you can say स्वास्थ्य के लिए हानिकारक है. And धूम्रपान से पहले फेफड़े गुलाबी सफेद होते हैं और धूम्रपान के बाद फेफड़े काले हो जाता है. And don't drink alcohol. Alcohol is a poison. Alcohol damages the liver and the brain. शराब न पिए, शराब जहर है. शराब लिवर और दिमाग को नुकसान और से पहुंचाती है. So that's about alcohol and smoking. So these also indirectly affect the human brain. So I'm telling you how to better the brain. This is very, very important rather than knowing about all the diseases. Protect your brain from physical trauma. Always wear a helmet when riding two-wheeler and wear a seat belt when driving a car. अपने दिमाग को शारीरिक चोट से बचाए। दो पहिया वाहन चलाते समय हमेशा हेलमेट पहने और कार चलाते समय सीट बेल्ट पहने। Very important. See, this is what I can say. You can see the brain here, the skull bone, and a good helmet, what you can say, will break into two when there is a force reaching on your head. It will never reach the brain. So helmet will help to protect the brain. Very, very important. All those who are two-wheelers, youngsters, kindly, what you can say, wear a helmet when you drive a two-wheeler. These are people who die on the spot. You can see here. Here, what you can see, the dimag, what you can say, is bahar hai. Yeah? As you can see, in a pool of blood. So wear a helmet. Helmet helps protect the brain. Helmet pahne, helmet dimag ki suraksha karta hai. Very important. So this is one of the most important message which I would like to say as a neurosurgeon, having treated what you can see so many head injuries. And I can tell you 40 to 50% of them are two-wheelers, and that too young riders. Positive thinking is very good for your brain. सकारात्मक सोच और सकारात्मक मानसिक what you can say दृष्टिकोण. Positive, that is सकारात्मक सोच वाला इंसान आशावादी होता है. He is an optimist. A positive thinker, nothing can disturb your peace of mind. एक पॉजिटिव सोचने वाला कोई भी what you can say चीज आपके मन की शांति खराब नहीं कर सकती. Talks health and happiness. Health और खुशी के बारे में बात करें. Look at the sunny side of everything. A positive thinking man always does this. He thinks only of the best. सिर्फ सबसे अच्छा सोचे. And be enthusiastic about the success of others. And forget the mistakes of the past. पिछली गलतियां को what you can say भूल जाए. Talk about the achievements of the future. भविष्य की what you can say उपलब्धियों what you can say के बारे में बात करें. Give everyone a smile. हर किसी को मुस्कुराने what you can say दे and forget criticizing. So this is very, very important for positive thinking people. The benefits are, especially for students, छात्रों द्वारा what you can say हर वक्त सोचे के लाभ. Increase committed work, मेहनत से what you can say काम करने की क्षमता बढ़ती है. Fosters teamwork को what you can say बढ़ावा मिलता है. Solves problems, समस्याओं का what you can say समाधान होता है. Improves quality, very important. And breeds loyalty. वफादारी what you can say बढ़ती है. Fosters better relationship with parents, teachers and friends. So and reduces stress. तनाव कम होता है. So these are all the benefits of a positive thinking a person, and this helps your brain also and helps to produce the serotonin and what you can say the dopamine and other happy hormones. It's all in the human mind, ladies and gentlemen. Manahaiva manushyanam karanam bandha moksha yogo. Mind is a cause for bondage. Mind is a cause for freedom.
Dr. Sunita,
and protecting the brain from emotion, trauma and stress. This is again very, very important. Usually for what you can say stress management, you can do yoga, you can do meditation, you can develop hobbies, you can develop exercise, you can have a balanced diet, you can hear lovely songs. Very, very important. So when you hear lovely songs, music enhances the brain function. Very, very important. And when you hear a song, always enjoy the nature too. Okay? I wanted to play a song, but Kavanesh Jain is telling me that what you can say, I have to finish the
Yeah,
subject.
Doctor, we will have to move with the next set because we have the timeline.
Yes,
so
yes,
let's
yes.
go to the next part and
Now,
continue.
I have to
Yes,
finish
please.
my talk, madam, or shall I stop now?
No, we'll have to continue because I think we have a timeline for the link as well.
No.
So-
I started at 3:15.
Yes, Doc. So we can continue. We have lots more segment planned, so we can continue.
Can I go ahead?
Yes, doctor.
How
but
long
I
is this
think
more, Doctor? I think we'll move to the next segment, Doctor, now. Let's move.
Next segment, can I talk this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
go
doc.
ahead.
Yes,
We have a
doctor.
rapid fire round. We have a questionnaire round and a lot of other things planned for the session. So we
That
can.
is fine. I have to first educate what you can say the people who are hearing this. Unless
Yes,
they
yes,
have a
doctor.
good knowledge about the human brain.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
go it as
Yeah,
fast.
please listen. Please listen to
One
this.
kind request, doctor. No need to repeat in both the languages. We can see it and we can understand it, sir. No
Because
doubt.
I was told to talk in Hindi also.
Yeah,
That is
no.
why I'm talking.
We completely understand, sir. We feel sad for your
If
throat because
everybody
you
is
have to
comfortable with
communicate
English, I
in
can
both
go
the
ahead with
languages.
English.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, you
we
can
are
just
okay.
continue, English, Doctor. It's
Because I
perfectly
was told
fine.
by Dr. Sunita Jain that I have to talk in Hindi also. That is why I put everything into Hindi.
No. It is
It is
very.
okay, sir.
We
It
are
is
very
okay.
grateful, sir. But it's okay. We can understand. We can see the Hindi language is written there, so we can grasp it, sir. No problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay, benefits of hearing music and singing along. Now, this is again a very, very important thing because I can tell you this is an experience of mine. When the COVID had come, I took the first dose of vaccine, the second dose of vaccine. Then on the third dose of vaccine, after 6 months I'm taking, I couldn't get sleep at all. And then what happened was I took some sleeping tablet. And then also I couldn't get sleep. And after that, I found that it's like a big rock on my head. And then I did find I started, I stopped all the sleeping tablets. I went into a music, and the music, there will be a song, there will be a vocalist who is singing, and I will sing along. See, there are a lot of lovely songs there. I used to have the bhajan songs, then Hindi, so old Hindi songs, then Tamil songs, Malayalam songs, I used to sing along. And then, my sleep, I got it back. So that is such a beautiful effect music which has on the human brain. Now, I would like every one of you to practice this too, music and singing along. You see, music improves the mood, increases the happiness by releasing dopamine, reduce sadness and loneliness, reduce stress, lowers stress by hormone, promotes relaxation, and it improves memory, yaddash behtar hoti hai, activates several parts of the brain simultaneously. मस्तिष्क के कई भाग सक्रिय होते हैं and improves sleep. अच्छी नींद आती है. And the Journal of Circadian Rhythm, it is very clearly said, during the day you are awake, during the night you are sleeping. And in the night, melatonin comes out and it stimulates actually. So therefore, this is very, very important that music enhances the functioning in the brain, allows you to sleep.
डाउनलोड करिए ओरिजिनल.
Now I'm just going, actually, I'm skipping that. Now sleep is very, very important for the brain. दिमाग के लिए नींद बहुत जरूरी है. Scientific studies से पता चला है कि नींद के दौरान you have the lymphatic system के जरिए दिमाग से waste products निकल जाते हैं. Now during sleep, the waste products of the brain are being removed. These studies have shown from 2012 to 2014 and thereafter. And if one does not sleep properly, then the waste products gets accumulated and one can develop degenerative diseases of the brain like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. So a good sleep is very, very essential. And for adults, it is around 6 to 7 hours of sleep is very, very essential. And sleep, our brain is very, very active. Now, before sleeping, have a warm water bath. गर्मी पानी से स्नान करें. Bring a glass of milk, एक गिलास दूध पिए. Wear loose, comfortable garments. Have a dim light in the room and as well as in the bathroom too. Cover the body with a sheet. Cover your eyes with a piece of soft towel. And slowly you will drift into a very, very good sleep. Now, this is very essential and you should sleep onto your right. It is said that the lymphatic system works better when you sleep onto your right. Even meditation also has an effect, but studies are in progress to see whether the meditation can remove waste products of the brain. If these waste products are not removed, one can get memory loss, one can get tiredness, one can get degenerative diseases of the brain like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. So, अपने मस्तिष्क को जाने इसका उपयोग करें या इसे खो दे. Protect your brain from physical trauma. अपने दिमाग को against physical trauma से बचाएं. Protect brain from emotional trauma. And the last 4 slides. Protecting brain from toxic exposure to caffeine, alcohol, nicotine, painkillers in excess dose. Protect your brain from sleep deprivation. अपने दिमाग को नींद की कमी से बचाएं. Eat right, balanced diet to think right. सही सोचने के लिए सही balanced diet खाएं. Keep the brain young through mental exercise. Mental exercise से दिमाग को जवान रखें. Your brain is like a muscle. The more you use it, the more you can continue using it. आपका दिमाग एक मसल की तरह है. आप इसे जितना ज्यादा इस्तेमाल करेंगे, आप इसे उतना ही ज्यादा इस्तेमाल करते रह सकते हैं. Break the routine of your life to stimulate new parts of your brain. Very, very important. Being affectionate and caring is good for your brain. प्यार करने वाला और देखभाल और कैसे करने वाला होना आपके दिमाग के लिए अच्छा है. Music enhances the brain function. म्यूजिक दिमाग के काम को बढ़ाता है. Now this is the last slide. Positive affirmation is very, very important. Repeating certain statements that I can do, I am what you can say able, I am capable. Repeating to your brain is very, very important because your brain is under your control. Nobody else can control your brain. And these positive statements, if you start repeating, it will be very, very useful for you and it will tell you what those are there. इन्हें हर सुबह और सोने से पहले दोहराए. That means you repeat it every morning before every morning and before going to sleep in the night. These positive thinking statements are: I can do this. मैं है कर सकता और सकती हूँ. I can achieve my goal. मैं अपना लक्ष्य प्राप्त कर सकता हूँ. I am complete in control of my life. मैं पूरी तरह से अपने जीवन के नियंत्रण में हूँ. I am a good valued person in my own right. मैं अपने आप में एक अच्छा मूल्यवान व्यक्ति हूँ. I will succeed in accomplishing whatever task assigned to me. मैं जो भी कार्य मुझे सौंपा गया है उसे पूरा करने में सफल होऊंगा. My brain power is improving day by day. मेरी दिमागी शक्ति दिन पर दिन सुधर रही है. Learning and remembering are easy for me. मेरे लिए सीखना और याद रखना आसान है. My mind works effectively and efficiently. मेरा दिमाग प्रभावी और कुशलता से काम करता है. My memory is powerful. मेरी स्मरण शक्तिपूर्ण है. And my mind is alert. और मेरा मन सतर्क है. I will think positively. मैं सकारात्मक सोचूंगा. These sentences have got to be repeated every day before going to bed and every day when getting up in the morning. This should ask all the children, middle-aged and elderly, to do it because you will get a renewed energy for your brain and you find positive hormones. They get up the happy hormones. They come out against onto your brain. So these are the various ways of stimulating your brain. One is by nutrition. I have told you. Exercise. I have told you. Avoiding toxic substances. I have told you. How to protect the brain. Most important is wearing a helmet, which many youngsters do not do it. And stress management is equally important, using the yoga, meditation, music, and or you can sleep methods to get a good sleep. So all this I have told you. These are all for enhancing the function of a normal brain. Very, very important. Know your brain and how to better the brain. I decided to talk this to you all when you had requested me is because of the World Brain Day, which is on 22nd of July. And the World Brain Day, one of the most common thing is create awareness about the human brain to the public. And that's what exactly I'm trying to cut across today. It's okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you, Dr. Sunita Jain, Tamnish Jain, and a whole lot of team for giving me this golden opportunity to address you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Girish Jain. Thank you, Dr. Girish sir. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद डॉक्टर गिरीश सर. आपका ये सत्र बेहद ही ज्ञानवर्धक और आंखें खोलने वाला था. मुझे लगता है दिमाग भी हमारा अच्छे से खुल गया.
Now you have to ask the questions to me in English.
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because every one of you has said that you can understand English very well.
Yes, sir.
So any question should be in English.
Yes, sir. This is our next session. मुझे लगता है दिमाग की नसें और तेज गति से दौड़ने लग गई होगी. कई तरह के विचार आ रहे होंगे, सवाल भी आ रहे होंगे, पर सवालों पे जाने से पहले दिमाग की एक्सरसाइज कर लेते हैं. अब समय है हमारे सबसे रोमांचक और तेज तर्रार सेगमेंट का, रैपिड फायर राउंड. जैसे बिजली की कौन अंधेरे को मिटाती है, वैसे ही एक इमीडिएट डिसीजन और थॉट बड़े बड़े राज से पर्दा उठाती है. वक्त आ गया है. रैपिड फायर राउंड के लिए आमंत्रित करती हूँ JLW चेन्नई प्लस से चेयरपर्सन श्रद्धा जी को. श्रद्धा जी. श्रद्धा जी अनम्यूट करिए.
श्रद्धा मैम नहीं है.
Shraddha ma'am nahi hai. Okay, doctor, till Shraddha joins, we will take up these questions. Doctor, can you I'll be asking you a question on some major issues like Alzheimer. Any particular age of that disease and what is the cause and what are the symptoms and how can we prevent it?
Alzheimer's?
Yes.
Alzheimer's disease, of course, Alzheimer had described this. And, it's a sort of a slow loss in memory and a global loss of intellectual functions occurs. We don't know the exact cause of this. It is something like a misfolded proteins. That could be one cause. Why it occurs, we do not know. Some of them, they got a mutated gene called ApoE4. That could be a cause. Now, accumulation of certain tau protein, apoproteins. These are the bad proteins which have to be removed from the brain, which gets accumulated in the areas of memory and other areas of the brain. And therefore, you get loss of memory. And then, of course, thinking, understanding, reasoning, learning, one by one, they start deteriorating. We have some polyesterase inhibitor. Acetylcholine is one drug which can be given. There are no new drugs as such for this. Everything is on trial. So that is about Alzheimer's disease.
Yes, doctor. So second one comes aneurysm. What is aneurysm, doctor?
What is?
Aneurysm. A-N-E-U-R-Y-S-M.
Aneurysm. See, you take this is a vessel. Okay, this is a joint of a vessel. Now there is a portion here which is very weak. So you'll get a balloon-like. That is called the aneurysm. It's a balloon-like distension at the conjoint of a vessel like this. And that aneurysm can rupture. So you can actually have like this aneurysm. Earlier we used to go and clip the neck of the aneurysm, the balloon, neck of the balloon. You understood?
Yes.
Now that you can do endovascular, you see, you can go up and put titanium implants into it, titanium coils, and it gets thrombosed. So aneurysm will produce headache. It will be like a sudden onset of headache, a thunderclap headache, and headache which you have never experienced before. That is a type of headache you have for this. That is a red flag, sir. This thing that it is a headache which has to be looked into, and there will be neck stiffness. Immediately it has to be rushed to a hospital. We'll do an angio and we'll see the blood vessels, and then we'll see the aneurysm and we treat it immediately. Okay? Within 72 hours, it has to be treated. Otherwise, the blood will go into it, into the circulation, and will produce severe spasm of the vessels when you may not be able to treat. Endovascular surgery is the most important one for that now.
Yes, doctor. And
Yes.
doctor,
Sandhya, can we have a rapid fire before we go to
Yes.
questions? It will
yes,
be a
yes.
quick brainstorming.
No.
Rapid
Yeah,
fire is for
okay.
the audience or for the presenter?
For you, Doc.
I thought after having heard for this much, I must give you a rapid fire and ask you what you have understood.
Yeah, maybe a lot of just fun questions, Doctor, just little more knowledge. So can we go ahead, Doctor?
Please go ahead.
Yes, okay. Should everyone get a brain scan as a part of a routine health checkup, like how we do our routine
No,
health
unless you have
checkup
a
of
specific complaint, you need not get a routine checkup. Not essential.
Is MRI necessary if we have frequent headaches? And is MRI preferred over CTC, or which is preferred, vice versa?
Beg your pardon, can you repeat the question?
If there is something suspicious about of you having frequent headaches, what would you recommend would be the first step, either to do a CT angio or to do an MRI?
It will be an MRI brain, because MRI, you can see the brain very well. You can see the blood vessels very well. There was a question asked about aneurysm. All those things can be seen very well. The back part of the brain can also be seen very well. I would prefer an MRI.
Okay. Should someone with a family history of a stroke
Can I ask you something? Can I ask you something? Do you know the difference between a CT scan and MRI?
Yes, we know, sir.
What is it?
I know between a CT and MRI. Of course, MRI is the ultraviolet. When I mean CT angio, I mean when there is an infusion made in the bloodstream and when there is a dye which goes into the brain.
Excuse me, I am asking a basic question. Do you know the difference between a CT scan and MRI? That is what I'm telling you is the basic difference.
No. Doctor, my question was whether a CT angio or a CT or an MRI, what is recommended to evaluate a brain if there is anything in the brain?
Only MRI brain. MRI brain is all that is essential. Now I am putting a question. Since you have asked me that question, for your knowledge, I'm asking
No,
you.
I don't know. I just know as a layman that a MRI
That's
gives
it.
you a more
That's it. That means you
detailed
must know about it. No, 1 second. I'll take 1 minute or 2 minutes to tell you what is the difference between the two. You should understand that.
Of course. Yes,
You
yes.
see,
CT scan
doctor.
is just to put the pictures, no, doctor. It's
No,
just click the pictures. CT scan.
CT scan?
And where just click the pictures. Just take fast pictures of the bones and all the parts. CT scan. Whereas MRI just it's go create deeply into the like detailed views of the soft tissues using some radiations, I guess.
Now, kindly all of you listen to me for the next 2 minutes. I will just tell you what's the difference between the two. CT scan, you have X-rays coming like this, going through your brain, skull bone, and the sodium iodide crystals pick it up, and what you can say, it goes to the image goes to the computer creates the image. Now, in MRI, you're also lying in the gantry, same way, but your body contains water. The water has got hydrogen protons like this. It is twisting. The moment you are in a magnetic field, it goes like this. Then you give a pulse. It comes to 90 to 180 degrees. You cut off the pulse. It goes back to the original state, releases energy. And that energy is picked up by the computer and you get the beautiful MRI. This is the basic difference. That contains X-ray. This does not contain X-ray. This has got only a magnetic adjustment. Okay, good. Now go ahead to the next question. Next question, please.
Shraddha? I think she has some problem. Okay, meanwhile, Shraddha joins again. I'll take one question, doctor.
Yes.
Like how often should, that she asked you, are there any symptoms that people commonly ignore but which should actually prompt them to consult a neurologist?
Neurologist. Any pain anywhere, you can consult a neurologist. Headache, you can consult a neurologist. Fits, you can consult a neurologist. Sudden onset of headache like aneurysm and this thing, you can consult a neurologist. Headache of any cause, neck pain of any cause, low back pain of any cause, you can consult a neurologist. If there is epilepsy, you can consult a neurologist. If there is a paralysis of one half of the body or a half of the face, you can actually consult a neurologist. If you have high fever with severe neck pain and clouding of consciousness, you can consult a neurologist. If you have a head injury, if you know somebody having a head injury, you can consult a neurologist. Spine injury, you can consult a neurologist. So these are all the various reasons of why we're consulting a neurologist. Okay, good. What next?
Yes, doctor.
Sure.
One question from the chat.
Continuation. Sure. Sadhya, let's go ahead with the rapid fire, then we'll go to the question answers.
Yeah. Oh, no, you will disconnect. So that's what. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Carry on.
So, Doc, regarding the stroke, we were just wanting to know what are the reasons why it is happening so early in a lot of people, even in women, and what can be done about it?
Stroke is most commonly it is due to you see atherosclerosis you call, because of fat circulation. You find a plaque like it's two vessels. You find when blood vessel is going like this, the lumen is this, blood is rushing, and then you find a plaque is deposited and it gets uploaded and no blood flow occurs beyond, and that is when a stroke occurs. You see? And stroke can either be due to number one, due to the atherosclerosis, or number two can be due to infection. It can also occur because of that. And sometimes the vessel will rupture when there is a high blood pressure. You see, blood pressure beyond 150/90, 160/90, or 180/90, or 200 by 120, you'll find the blood pressure will rupture and then there'll be a hemorrhage. As you saw in the CT scan, what I have produced, that also can cause stroke. So stroke can be, one is blockage of blood vessel, no blood supply. That's called ischemic stroke. The other is a vessel gets ruptured and you get a hemorrhagic stroke. These are the two types of stroke. And whenever a stroke occurs, for example, a person having a facial deviation or slurred speech or a weakness of arm, within the first 3 hours, it should be rushed to the hospital immediately. Within the first 3 hours, you can give a thrombolytic drug so that the clot gets dissolved. So time is brain. So that's a very, very important part of the stroke. I'm happy that you have asked this question. Okay. So from a layperson point of view, when you have a facial weakness or difficulty in speech, or what you can say the arm slowly drifting away, or it is weak, then immediately rush to the hospital and they will do a CT scan. There is no hemorrhage. If the blood pressure is what you can say not very high and what you can say the blood sugar is normal, they'll give a thrombolytic drug immediately. This should be done within 3 to 4 hours. After 3 to 4 hours, the blood-brain barrier, that the blood wall, what you can say, barrier gets ruptured. So you find the blood will leak out into the surrounding tissue and produce a hemorrhage. That's it.
All right. So even is a stroke hereditary, like we see heart attack? Is a
there are
hereditary
conditions that can
disease?
produce like that. There are certain conditions. Yes, not all. Usually not.
Okay. Okay. Does a lot of time people suffer a dizziness or headache or migraine or anything like that? So when we know they are not very serious concerns, but headache is the most common symptom in a lot of people, men, women, and even younger people. So what could be that immediate remedy to take of medication to reduce that headache? It could be any way through dizziness, or it could be any way through migraine or any other simple reason. What can be done for that?
Now, each one of these, I got a feature. Headache, is it bilateral, both sides, or is it on one side? And whether it is associated early morning or what you can associate with vomiting. So accordingly, we'll try to compartmentalize and give the treatment. That's number one. Number two, migraine is a unilateral headache. That's because the vessels get dilated. The blood vessels get very much dilated. Right? You see? They're getting, then it gets narrow.
Okay.
So you find episodes of headaches are there. For that, we have actually specific medications for that. And the other one you said is about dizziness. That is a vertigo and the lightheaded feeling.
Yeah.
That you have to investigate, especially beyond the age of 45, 50. We have to see whether there is any blood flow to the back of the brain is less or not, number one. Then number two, you have to look for cervical spondylosis. Number three, that is X-ray of the neck. X-ray of the neck to see. Number three, you have to look at the cardiac, any cause for that. If there is any irregular heartbeat or anything like that. These are the most important things which you have to rule out. Sometimes all these three are normal. That means the balancing mechanism is in the ear. You see? So that can in fact produce a problem. There's a semicircular canal where a fluid is running. In that fluid, there will be some mud. You see? For that mud to settle, it will take some time. Okay? So it could be from the ear itself. So we rule out by exclusion. First, we try to see on the back of the brain by MRI. Then you see a cervical spine X-ray. Then you look for the echocardiogram and the ECG. If you find all these are normal, then it should be of the ear. Okay, and you've got a very good maneuver called the Epili maneuver, which will make it subside immediately in 1 or 2 sittings. That's it. Thank you.
All right, fantastic. Some quick questions, which can be like morning sunlight or morning exercise, which is better for the brain?
Morning sunlight is very good. In fact, everybody has got to get exposed to the sunlight, and then only you will get a very good sleep in the night. Because that when the sunlight enters, you find there is a nucleus just behind the nose, suprachiasmatic nucleus. It will settle down to, and the circadian rhythm gets established. Daylight you are awake, night you will sleep. The more you get the sunlight is very useful. And in addition to that, vitamin D, or can get formed actually. With sunlight, the vitamin D or you can see comes actually, vitamin D. That is also very essential for your body. So early morning sunlight is very good.
Lovely. So this is a questionnaire, this or that, doctor, to choose like a one-word answer. Meditation or deep breathing? What do you recommend for a better nervous system?
Well, deep breathing. Both I should say, but meditation, both are essential.
All right. We move to next. Reading a book or learning a complete new skills, which activates the brain more?
Learning new skills.
Strength training or cardio? What would be the priority for healthy aging?
I would prefer strength because the cardio training that is going on now is not what you can say good. It is better, but what you can say pushing them to too much into 100 to 150, 170 heart per month. There are youngsters who are dying now inside the gym. So I feel the cardio training has got a little setback because there are no proper people to train them accordingly. Otherwise, cardio training is good. Yes, next.
Visualizing or solving which is better?
Beg your pardon? Can you repeat the question, please?
Socializing with friends or solving puzzles, which is better for brain stimulation?
Socializing with friends, the most important thing, social connectivity. That is why Japanese people are living up to around 130 years. Social connectivity is the most important thing, too.
All right. Walnuts or supplements, which would get more vote for the brain nutrition?
No, which one is supplements or?
Walnuts or supplements like omega-3, or which would you recommend for a better brain nutrition?
Omega-3.
All right. Berries or green
Omega-3
leafy?
from natural foods. Okay, please.
All right. Berries or green leafy vegetable, which is better for brain health?
Leafy vegetables.
Coffee or green tea? When you're in stress or you're bogged down, people usually with headaches take coffee, black coffee or green tea. What is more recommended out of the two?
Black coffee.
Black coffee. Okay. Early dimming light, early dinner or early breakfast, which matters the most?
Well, early dinner.
Early dinner. All right. And 1 hour, intermittent fasting, is it a trend or it is good for a brain health? What do you recommend?
Intermittent fasting is good.
All right. And I think the last question, one healthy note for the rapid fire, that one iconic thing you would want to follow all generations and all the women especially to maintain a good brain health. Just one tip and one liner, if you would have to say.
Have an orderly nutrition and a disciplined life with social connectivity and exercise.
All right. Brilliant, Doctor. Thank you very much, Doctor.
Thank you.
Sandhya, we can quickly take forward the question and answers.
Yeah. So we have a question in chat box. Generally, people forget names when they use in day-to-day routine. So they have image in their mind, but they can't name the person. So what is the reason behind that?
It's a common thing with everyone,
Okay.
Yes, everybody can have this, but instead what you can see, you can actually remembering, you can write it out in a notebook, or you repeat. See, for example, if I'm seeing Dr. Sunita Jain or somebody here, Shashikala Jain, I can keep what you can say, looking at her face and what you can see, seeing her, the eyelids which are what you can say darker, or what you can say eyelashes, what you can say which are darker. So something you try to what you can say grasp it, and then what you can say keep it in the mind. You'll start recalling it very often. The most important aspect of the thing is recalling yourself. Repeating it in your mind. The more you repeat it, it gets ingrained in your memory. That is, from the hippocampus, which is for recent memory, to going into the remote, it's only repetition will help you. You can repeat the name and the visualization of the face, keep it repeating and you can get it. Now, suppose you are a person who forgets on and off. So what you have got to do, please write it in a notebook, and you can have stickers actually kept so that it will recall and remind you what you have got to do next. Okay? Other is journaling, you call it, writing down in a book what are the things you have done today, what you could not do, and what you want to do in the next day. Take the book and what you can say, look into it. Or even in a computer, you can have a notebooks are there inside the mobile itself. You can have, and what you can say, you can go into the notebook and put it as a reminder and recall. Every day you look into it.
Okay. So for the brain stroke, any chance of symptoms of high BP? That's where we are getting brain stroke often.
Brain stroke, high BP?
Any chance or symptoms of high BP cause the brain stroke? How will you find it is going to be a brain stroke?
Your blood pressure should be around 120/80. At the most, it should be only 140/80. Now, when normal, your blood pressure is 120/80. When you get a tension, your blood pressure will shoot up to maybe 140/80 or 150/90. Then it comes down to normal. These variations occur over the day. But suppose your blood pressure is around 170/100. Then when you get a little tension, the blood pressure will shoot up to 200, where your vessel can get ruptured and you can get a stroke. And always long-standing blood pressure is a silent killer. Hypertension is a silent killer. So you have to monitor your blood pressure, and then only you can actually control. You must keep a BP recording. 3 BP recordings. If it is above 140/90, then only we will treat the person. Over the day, there will be fluctuations based upon the stress what you have. For everyone, it is like that. Yes?
That's all, doctor. That's all.
Doctor, you had told that sleep is very important part of a human life, right?
Exactly.
A person whose brain is continuously working and he or she is not able to sleep, how good is it to take sleeping tablets and sleep then? How does that person get back to a normal sleep?
Yes,
Because
yes.
continuously the mind is working in the night also.
I know that is what the present IT people are suffering actually because of this. I saw a husband and wife couple I think a week ago. The husband said he is working all the night. That means they've been doing for the past 10 years. And wife says over the day, and they hardly meet. Only 1 hour a day they meet. Now I was telling them to see that the sleep is very, very essential. For example, if the same person now is in India, so he takes a night shift. So there it is daytime. Suppose the same person is in US, you find the circadian rhythm gets changed. So you can take a sleeping tablet if you're not getting sleep. That will initiate your sleep and then regularize it. Then you can actually withdraw it, and there's no harm in taking it. If you do not get sleep for more than 2 or 3 days, you can actually take it. If you don't get proper sleep, your blood pressure will go up. Your memory, you can have a problem. Consolidates memory. Your memory will have issue. You can have paranoid feelings. You can have abnormal behavior. You get irritated. So many things can occur if you don't sleep properly. 7 to 8 hours, or at least 6 to 7 hours of very good sleep is very essential. And I have told you the methodology how to initiate the sleep. What you have to do before 3 hours before going to sleep, switch off your mobile. Very important, because the mobile gives a blue light. It goes into your eye, and the melatonin will never come out. Melatonin is the one which initiates the sleep. So tell your children, tell your family, switch off the mobile by 9:30 sharp if you want to have a good sleep from 11 onwards. Okay? That is the best advice I can give you all. Because all of us are glued to the mobile now.
Yes, doctor. We completely agree with that.
Yes.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you so much for all your information and patiently answering all our questions. Thank you so much, doctor. Over to you, Sunita.
Yes. वाह क्या बात है सर, न्यूरोसर्जन का दिमाग वाकई में कंप्यूटर से तेज चलता है। ये आपने हमें इस रैपिड फायर और क्वेश्चन आंसर के सेशन में प्रूव कर दिया है कि न्यूरोसर्जन का दिमाग वाकई कंप्यूटर से तेज चलता है। चाहे साइंस की एआई हो, ऑनलाइन कंप्यूटर कुछ भी तकनीक लाए, इंसान के फिजिशियन सर्जन और न्यूरोसर्जन के दिमाग के आगे सब हार जाए। थैंक यू सो मच. Now the time of the vote of the thanks. So, respected dignitaries, our esteemed guest speaker, Dr. K. Girish, and all wonderful attendees. It is truly my privilege expressing deep gratitude on this magnificent platform on behalf of Jito Ladies Wing Chennai Plus, the proud organizers of this program. We extend our heartiest appreciation to everyone. Dr. Girish, the way you seamlessly explained the neurosciences of the brain with profound human empathy and stunning quotations has left us utterly spellbound. We extend our heartfelt appreciation for your invaluable time and profound wisdom. Sincere thanks to you, all our Apex leaders, John Conversor, chapter chairs, and entire Jito Ladies Wing team. Your dedication has turned this event into an absolute milestone. Purity of thought and constant of mind form the light that displays every shadow in life. Please take note of an important reminder and announcement. Tomorrow at the exact same time and on this very same platform, our next session will take place with an exciting new subject. Kindly mark it down in your diaries or calendar right now and forward this message your friends, family, relatives, and neighbors so they too can participate in this journey of knowledge. Your presence had made this event historic. Thank you all of much for joining. This is Dr. Sunita Jain, Project Convener, signing off. Thank you very much, everyone.
Yes, doctor. Doctor, one thing, you're so stylish, doctor. Always you be like this only?
Yes. I'm very much like that. You can see my roots also.
Yes. Always.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
Good to see you, doctor. Good to see you like this. Thank you, doctor. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Sunita and team.
Thank you, sir.